And the talk is on.
Hey guys, welcome back to JNS Talks. Of course, I'm Sho and this is Joe.
What up, everybody? How's it going? It's been a minute.
It has. We haven't been here in forever, it seems. A couple months. We had to take a little break. We had our reasons. We went through a couple things during these past couple months.
Yeah.
But we back for good.
For good this time. For real.
Yeah. So, we hope everyone's doing good. We hope that you guys are in a good place mentally, physically, financially. I know everyone's been going through some hard times, but all that is hopefully going to end soon now that we're going to be open fully July 1st.
That's what so far the mayor is saying.
July 1st, the big day.
New York
City will be completely open.
Yeah, we'll see. And going back to what they say, call it the new normal, which is a load of shit.
See. What do you mean?
It's like when you was in school, everybody remembers, this, let's just say a new rule gets passed in school. All right, for example, when you walk in the hallway, you gotta stay to the right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, you gotta make sure everybody stays to the right. Everybody does it for a week, and then the next week, what happens? Everybody's chilling in the middle of the hallway. People walking this way, that way.
Yeah, that's true.
The same thing is gonna happen with the PPE, the mask wearing. Oh yeah, even though you don't have to wear your mask anymore.
I don't get that. Right? They're saying people who got vaccinated, most likely won't have to wear the mask.
Well, they're saying already, CDC recommendations. If you're outdoors, you really don't need to wear it. But the problem is, if you're outdoors, you don't need to wear it without without the vaccine. If you're not around anybody,
there's so many people that are by themselves outdoors and still wearing the mask.
Yeah, like there's nobody for miles. And they got the damn mask. Like, bro, like breathe some fresh air, bro. Stop smelling your bad breath. Man, nah, I take it off. If I gotta put it on, then I'll put it on. I'm breathing. I don't care.
Yeah. But my thing is, how are they gonna know who's genuinely vaccinated and who's not?
And this is where a lot of people talking about that vaccine passport. Not, you know what I mean? And I think that's gonna be, that's gonna open a whole can of worms. Because if you start with a vaccine passport, right? And then so then what else we're gonna do in the future? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like we're putting more rules. This is the land of the free, supposedly. But if we start putting a vaccine passport, that's limiting your freedoms already.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That
I'm not with that.
I feel like this vaccine was a way for them to dictate to the citizens of what they can and can't do, because that's what they've been doing.
Oh yeah, it's been a test to see how far the government could go.
Yeah,
and I'm not one of those conspiracy theorists and all this crap. Nah, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The virus it was real. It's not some made up shit to see how far they could go. No. People got sick, people died. But at the same time, it's not like they do it on purpose. It just showed. This is showing it. It's showing what the.
No, it's true. They worked it to their advantage.
Yeah. And they're saying, oh yeah, it's like I've always said, who are you to tell me like if my business is essential or not? But then you have people stacked up to the brim in Walgreens or in Walmart. But I'm selling the same shit, but just because I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody. I gotta close. I'm not essential, but Walmart is.
Yeah.
Or Walgreens is. You know, that's some load of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And then when it comes to our health privacy, like, so we're gonna have to say if we are vaccinated or not.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to show
proof. There goes some HIPAA violations.
Exactly.
There. Some HIPAA laws that didn't. That's it. Then, you know.
Like, what if I'm a very private person? I don't want to discuss my health. I don't want to say anything. I don't want, like, because with this COVID and with the vaccine, it becomes so political, and people nowadays are so judgmental. Everybody's a scientist. Everybody is a politician.
Oh yeah, everybody's a scientist and a politician. It's crazy.
It's just, everyone's a know-it-all.
Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it. It's like, with this whole year, it's like everybody got a degree in politics. Mm-hmm. Like, by watching the news.
Bro, and the people that have so much to say, they didn't pay no attention to global or U.S. history or anything.
Oh, yeah, but...
bro, you did not.
Way before all this shit started, you know what I mean? And I get it. You got nothing to do, so you're watching the news. But you know what? This is what we said at the beginning of the shutdown and the quarantine and all this crap. When we talked about quarantine pet peeves. Yeah. You know, we'll put the link right there. Mm-hmm. We were saying, use this time to do something with yourself, to think about some idea. We mentioned you can't rely. This pandemic showed how weak our economy could be.
How weak
how it is actually.
How weak certain trades are. How you basically need an essential business,
like a foolproof,
the community needs.
Yeah, like it's like almost like you need a foolproof way that you could dictate your own income and not rely on anybody.
Yeah,
because even if, like, the government, they're giving unemployment, but what happened a couple months ago? We were getting what? The whole country was getting the minimum. Yeah. At first, it was good money. You know what I mean? Mm. People were able to pay their bills. Then it was nothing. Then it was 300. Then it was nothing.
Yeah.
Then it's 300 again, which is in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, some people are paying their bills, some people are not. People are struggling. There's not a lot of jobs out there. You know what I mean?
No, a lot of people are struggling. So some people have lost everything. Hopefully they get it back. They get something back. They get a new job, something. Or if their jobs have been closed for this long,
and
they reopen and they get their job back.
Talking about the new normal real quick. The new normal is, you know, basically job deletion. You know, like basically scaling back on job scaling. You know, scaling back, because now that, you know, everybody know that we could do everything on a computer. Yeah. You see, we could do everything with cameras. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of
working from home, interviews, classes, everything,
which is good and is bad. It took this so we could know that we could do and it could work, but it also hurts another side.
The social side.
Yeah, because it should have been a slow transition. You know, slow transition to remote everything. Remote learning, remote work, everything.
Well, we didn't have time for that.
But it was, boom, we got this coronavirus. We panicked for no reason because it's a virus that is less than 1% kill rate. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, shutdowns everywhere. Like, come on. Like, yeah, people die. That shit happens. I'm not taking that away from the virus. The virus, yes, it killed people, but it was my thing is, was the reaction necessary? I don't know if it was that necessary, if it was going in that deep. How about, instead of just shutting down, we could have scaled back slowly.
Yeah.
And then if we needed a shutdown, maybe we should have. And then scale back up. You know, just like we're scaling back up. Why don't we just open it just how we closed it?
Exactly.
Right? So we should have done the same thing. But oh yeah, like, come on. They acting like this was like a hemorrhagic fever or something. Something that was is gonna like Ebola that through the air. Like imagine.
Like at first I thought it was something like crazy.
A virus that has an 80% kill rate through the air. If a less than 1% respiratory disease, right, virus creates this much panic, imagine what a airborne Ebola type, like a hemorrhagic fever type of virus would do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It will create chaos, like real chaos.
People have been already going crazy being on this lockdown, and now that they're coming out, people don't know how to act.
Exactly. Yo, and this is what
this week
podcast is going to be about.
This last week
coming
was
back
one
to
of
society.
Our few hot days on Wednesday, and everyone is out.
Oh yeah.
And Wednesday, you know what happened? There was so much drama. People don't know how to act. People think they own the streets. They gotta act a certain way.
I think like 20 people got shot up or some shit like that.
Yo, around Dyckman, our citizens have been going off crazy.
Yeah.
Even around where we live, it's been going off. Yeah. Everyone is bringing out the guns, the knives, anything they could find, getting in arguments. It's just, you know what it is? People have been in their house doing nothing
for way too long. And that's what happens when you try to control a population for that long. You know, it's not cool, you know, to have people, you know, in their house just not doing shit. Because what are you gonna do? Like, okay, yeah, they started having school, but at one point, like, some people is like, okay, yeah, the kids are old enough that they can't get distracted with their own kids,
right?
Which is a reason why, you know, dogs started selling out, because people didn't have shit to do. So
oh my god,
they had to buy dogs. So that's why dogs are freaking expensive. We got a dog.
Yeah, we got a puppy.
Toby the firmest.
But yeah, I mean, we've been planning to get a puppy for years. We always said when our youngest turned 6 years old,
yeah, exactly,
we're gonna get them a puppy. And it just so happened that all this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we started doing our research, started looking, everyone's waiting list was filled, backed up was by crazy. At least 6 months, 9 months, even a year. And now it's even worse. Everyone wants a puppy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it's there, you know.
It's crazy. Like, how do you just wake up and be like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna get a puppy"?
It's because everybody's getting, like, people that were already thinking about getting puppies got it. Then of course, you know, everybody hops on the bandwagon. Oh yeah, like, I might as well buy a puppy. I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, but a puppy's a living thing. It's not something.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people like. You know how many? I was reading something. How many dogs are going back to shelters? Remember that that dog shelters and dog pounds where it was hard to adopt a dog. It's starting to get a little bit easier now.
You know? My god, that's horrible.
Because a lot of people are buying dogs, they're growing, and they can't deal with them,
or they just didn't put in the time
to train them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so things that people got to remember going back into society. What do you think? Number one, manners, please. Exactly.
Manners and consideration. Not everything has to be a fight. Not everything you have to be so defensive. Not everything you gotta take personally. Like, just go on with your day if something happens. Don't stand there and argue.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that. Yeah. A lot of that.
Yeah, like you can talk about it.
Like, last week when I was working, everyone knows I work in Dykeman, and in the environment that I am, everyone's drinking, everyone's doing hookah, everyone's having a good time, good vibes, all up until they get that liquor courage.
That liquid courage right there. Yeah. It always gets people.
And that gets people fiery, and they think they're invincible and this and that. Now, we know that in the restaurants, there's a 90-minute to 2-hour time limit, right? Where I work at, it's 90 minutes. So we tell people, hey, it's 90 minutes, your time is up. We give them a heads up. We tell them when it's completely done, right? Now, there's a certain way to talk to people, and a lot of people don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And this one specific waitress, she was getting very frustrated, so she asked me to handle it. So I did it. And it just so happened that this lady took everything so personally, we ended up getting in an argument. And it got far where she threw a fucking drink at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. You're taking
no
it a little bit too far. You know what I mean?
You're really getting mad over a table. Yeah. Like, you had your time. I even gave you extra time. And then you get mad and throw a drink at me. Like, that's what I'm saying. People just don't know how to act. And they're very ungrateful. Before, people be like, oh my God, I appreciate it. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for giving me extra time. But no, people, you give them an inch, they want to take a mile. And what I've noticed is the entitlement. And it's not, I thought before it was just like the younger crowd. No, it's everyone. Everyone is coming out feeling entitled. Like somebody owes them something, or they need to do this, or they need to be accommodated. Like, no. At this time, and during the time that we reopened, eating inside in a place in New York City was a privilege. So everyone was looking for the customers who aren't cheap, right? Bottle service only. Yeah. Big crowds only. People who are going to spend at least $500 or so. Popping 2 bottles. We don't want a group of 10 people sharing 1 bottle all night.
Yeah. That
makes no sense. And even at that, why would you want to do that?
Yeah. That's mad. That's mad broke. Like if you don't got money to,
that's like teenage shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, wait, if somebody gets a vodka from their crib, and then you go to somebody else's crib and everybody's drinking from 1 bottle, and milking it and shit.
Or if someone has an older sibling or a cool older person, everybody chips in money. But you're a teenager, so you don't have that much money,
and you don't drink as much either.
Exactly.
So a bottle lasts like the whole fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you know,
grown ass
men that, you know, and stupid ass people too.
Yeah.
They drink more than what they can handle, and shit goes down.
And what I don't get is women who go out without money. This happens every day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day, all day, 7 days a week. There are women that actually go out without a single dollar. You know why? Because they go out looking for guys. What? What?
Yo.
They go out looking for guys to buy them a drink, to buy them a bottle. And they got the nerve to be choosy and be like, oh no, I want Clase Azul.
Yo,
I want 1942.
Yo.
Or I want Casamigos.
Yo, there's some professional chappies out there.
Yes.
Yo, it's crazy.
Meanwhile, oh yeah, pay the entrance fee, $20. Oh, I don't have cash. Oh, I gotta tell my friend to come. Okay, what's your friend's name? What's the reservation? Oh, I don't know. I just met him on Instagram. Bitch, what? What? That has happened. I'm like, what? And it just so happened that was my friend that she was like, I'm like, what? How is that your friend, but you don't know his name?
Yo, that was my friend. I don't know. I met him.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I was just looking, and it was 3 girls, and I'm just looking at them like, are you stupid?
That's crazy.
I just say you're meeting a guy here. Don't say, oh no, that's my friend. He's my. I'm gonna ask you his name. I'm gonna ask for the reservation name.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Or at least his name. And it just so happened that it was someone that I knew, so I know that it wasn't his friend.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And she felt stupid because when I went to the table to drink with them, she was like, "Oh shit, she didn't want to be my friend and shit."
Probably felt that dumb. But you know how it is.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the entitlement. Like, people expect you to take their word for it, but you're lying through your teeth. You're trying to be slick. You're trying to do stupid shit.
And that's a byproduct of people not socializing. Because you forget how to socialize. We're social animals. I
see it every day. People do not know how to people don't say hi. People don't have the basic manners. People just don't do eye contact.
And you get the bigger picture because you're the hostess. You're the first contact. So you're saying, hey, how's it going? Blah blah
exactly.
blah. And then you see the feedback from
people just
pre-pandemic to now post-pandemic.
Yo, pre-pandemic, everyone was like, yeah, what up, man? Hi. Now people just, oh yeah, just want to speed through and just be like, okay, but let me check out your shit.
I got my own opinion on why. One is what I said. We're social animals, and as a population, we've been in our house not socializing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the other my other theory is that, how can I put it into like intelligible words? I be having these like things up here, but I can't spit them out. Right, so you got people that are rude, blah blah blah. It's because it's kind of like because they got, I'm not trying to say they got mental issues. I'm not trying to say, it's kind of like a side effect. Is because if you notice, COVID-19 has caused a lot of mental fatigue.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Irritability. There's a lot of irritability.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that, there's not a few, because there's a lot, because most people have gotten COVID-19 and they don't even know it. And then now with the vaccination, you're freaking getting it basically. So, and for those people that say that, they don't get symptoms, my ass, because we have seen people get the vaccine, be fucking sick. Yeah, you're not gonna die. It's a controlled sickness because it's a cold, but you're kind of getting that DNA sequence in it.
There's been so many people that got the vaccine the first round.
Yeah.
And they took a COVID test and it came up positive.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
A lot of people.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't Google it. Go to DuckDuckGo. That's my new search engine. Because Google, they curate to what they want. They put what you want, like what people want what they want you to hear, right? But if you go to, a search engine that's just, neutral, DuckDuckGo, you see a lot of real shit. This is what's been happening with these tests, what a doctor died and all this.
That's crazy.
And all this shit. You know what I mean? That's another thing, people have been brainwashed. You know what I mean? With this whole thing. And they have this like I said, we're social animals. This is my other theory. People are so used to being on the phone, more than ever, that they forget how to act in person.
Yeah, definitely. Almost everybody, I should say, does the same shit Friday through Sunday.
And
go out, have their phone out, take a video of them smoking hookah, taking shots, drinking, put it on Instagram. Everybody's Instagram story is the same
it's
shit.
the same shit in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Or if it's the same place in a different table.
Or people just go places just to document it on their social media.
Yeah, like, and this is what I'm saying. If we haven't learned that life is short with this pandemic, if you haven't learned, you're a fucking dumbass. Straight up.
You just don't grasp.
You don't grasp the
ideology.
Yeah, like
the way life works.
Because life is not like social media.
Mm-mm.
Don't treat life when you're coming back into the world, into socialization and talking to your friends and all that stuff. Don't this thing, leave it on the table. You know what I mean? Put it in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, oh yeah, you take a drink, smoke some hookah, go on the phone. People don't talk no more.
No, they really don't. Hookah and liquor are the fillers.
Especially hookah. Like, hookah is the perfect filler for it. Because now, if there's no hookah in a restaurant, they don't want to go there because they don't want to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Because before, people used to go eat, drink, talk mad shit. Hey, yo, blah, 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 socialize. Now, people don't socialize.
Drink, hookah, be on their phone. And that's hookah again. Pass me the hookah, this, that.
Exactly.
You barely say words to each other.
And that's like, and I feel like, and it's like a lot of people. Like, it's like most people now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's it. The old people, they got phones now. It's not like before. Like, oh yeah, it was the younger people. Not old people are worse. Because when they grasp the idea of something, they take it far. They launch themselves with it. And people, that's what, like, number one thing is, do not treat life like a phone. Put it that way. Life is not an app. Where you go to a restaurant, that's an app. You take the subway, it's an app. No. This is the real life.
Yeah.
You get shot. As we've seen in places.
Shit could happen.
Shit happens. So, you know what I mean? Like, now that you're with your friends, cherish those moments. Talk. Have deep conversations. You'll be surprised at how much fun you can have.
People don't have deep conversations anymore.
If you talk. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an art form. We are born for it. Just do it. And the problem is that people don't do it. They rather go to Instagram, go to Snapchat, go to whatever the fuck they have now, TikTok, whatever. They rather do that than just talk. It's not because we don't know how to talk. We know how to talk. We just decide not to.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people who have lost the skill, like the basic skill.
Oh yeah, you could tell. Like,
socializing, they get awkward.
How many girls tell you this? Dude is mad, got the mean muela. He could talk his, the gift of gab over text. Gift of gab, because that's the gift of text. Yeah. Let's be real. That's the gift of text.
You got time to think.
You got time
Google,
to think.
You got to text your friend, yo, what should I say? This and that and the other.
And then when you get into in person, dude is a cricket. That's all you.
No swag.
No swag at all. It's a cricket. No swag. Awkward as fuck. Like, my dude. Like, and this goes to both genders. My dude, my dudettes. Yo. If you're gonna be texting somebody, let me tell you something. Just call that person, and instead of having 5 hours of, hey, what's up? BRB. LOL.
Oh my god, I took it back to the AIM days.
Yeah, like, you could just talk on the phone and see if y'all match up before y'all meet each other.
Yeah, or FaceTime.
Or exactly, FaceTime. We've been doing a lot of FaceTimes, right? With other things. So how about you FaceTime other people? Maybe have a quick call, and then switch to FaceTime and see how the other person's demeanor. The good thing is about FaceTime is that you could see the person's facial, reactions to what people say, because sometimes you could be on the phone, and everybody knows this. Back in the days when people used to talk on the phone and people used to say something weird, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, but you can now in FaceTime, you can't play that shit off. Like, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we got the tools. We got the tools to better ourselves in the social world, in the real social world. Fuck social media.
Yeah.
But we don't use them.
Yeah, we really don't.
And that should be the number one thing coming out of this pandemic. That we've been so antisocial because we've been trapped inside.
Yeah.
So how, like, that's what I want to spread, and anybody that sees this should spread this. Don't treat life like it's a fucking phone.
Yeah.
Coming out of this pandemic, because it's not, and we've seen it. We lost people.
Yeah,
it's real shit.
As much as you plan something out or envision something, shit is not gonna be the way you want it to be. Something's always gonna happen.
There's always gonna be some bullshit, always gonna be some bullshit. And, like, you could have your thing all set out and things just change. That's another thing. Adapt. Out of this thing coming out, adapt, because the world is not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So that's on the big number 2, adaptation. If somebody tells you, hey, you got to do this a certain way, do it a certain way. Because, there's been some people that haven't gotten out. And and they're not going to go out until.
But even adapting, people, open. That's what I'm saying. People just don't, they expect things and they feel like they're entitled to things their way. But just like with the 90-minute rule, but before y'all didn't have this. Well, before we didn't have COVID.
Exactly.
Before we weren't in this situation.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, adapt, because there's going to be a lot of different rules.
And like shit changes from day to day. Shit changes. Not everything's going to be the same.
Yeah, like from one day to the next,
that's one of my pet peeves.
That capacities were going up.
Yeah.
Right? Next week, capacity is going to go up 25%. Then on the next week following that is going to go to 100% in the restaurants, for example. And then next in July, everything is going to be open.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to see a lot of people, as more people come out, is like, and especially with this, like, temperature with the police. Because now people, people think they got it like that. People carrying knives, people carrying weapons, guns,
everything,
freaking AKMs. You know what I mean? AK-47s, for those people that don't know, is actually an AKM. You know what I mean? Guys, people are bugging out. And what's funny is these are the same people that are anti-gun. People have asked, like, I've had people Instagram me and or like text me out of the blue on Facebook, like, yo, like, you know how to get a gun? Like, dude, no, we're in New York.
Yeah.
At least I live in New York. If you live in PA or Texas,
it's easier.
It's easy. Just go get a background check. If you don't got a felony, you good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get your AR or your Glock, whatever it is. And these are the same people that, anti-gun, like, what happened to the anti-gun shit? Now you want to protect yourself because they saw all those protests during the George Floyd stuff. You know what I mean? And I think people are noticing that, and this is a good thing, because I always said, the only person that could protect you, that could save you, is you.
Yeah.
And I think this pandemic has shown that, because responsibility was one big one when it came to the pandemic. Even though that there was some situations where you couldn't do shit about it, you just had to
deal with it
because either you was an essential worker or you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you took all the precautions and you still got it. But there was a lot of people that got it, and they transferred it to people that died that they could have been saved because they could have not gone to that after to that that's illegal parties, people, by the way. To an illegal party or an illegal gathering, you know what I mean, a house party or wherever it is.
Yeah,
that's the responsibility part that a lot of people, that this lockdown has had people open up more. People that probably wouldn't do like kind of risky stuff are doing them now. They're partaking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck it.
They're partaking. And then another thing.
Because people like thrills. For so long, just being at home, not being able to go out.
You want to feel alive. And that's part of the adrenaline rush. And that's part of the human anatomy. You want to feel alive.
Mm-hmm.
So partaking in these risky activities is going to appeal to people. And that's not going to stop. Just because we're going to go. So people are going to go to the next thing. What is it? It might be drugs. It might be this. And then on top of that, we got marijuana just became legal.
Yo, it's going to be a crazy ass summer in New York City.
There's going to be a lot of drug dealers that are tight because, corporate weed is coming over from Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Already, I'm seeing filings for weed stores and all this shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people are getting it. Is like, I think the state liquor authority is gonna take over the weed stuff, or they're gonna make their own thing.
Make their own shit. Yeah.
So we're gonna have like a cannabis authority type of shit, which is cool because it's cool. Feel bad for the dudes that but I should have known that this shit was coming.
Yeah, this shit was a long time.
It's been a long time coming. As soon as California and those Colorado and the 2015, 16 started, shit has started, slinging dope. Straight up. Like, I'm gonna be real. Shit has moved to something more profitable. Shit has started slinging dope or coke because weed is not, there's no profits.
It don't hit the same anymore.
And it don't hit the same. People are looking for hits now. Like, how many people you be seeing? You work, you work in the nightlife. How many people you see taking them bumps?
Yeah, a lot.
And that's part of that rush. There's more people, and it's been in surveys and all this shit that more people are taking more risk when it comes to drug use. Because, like I said, it's you want that thrill. You know what I mean?
We in that situation.
Yeah, like.
That's another sad aspect of this whole shit.
But you know what? This is like I always say, and this is for another day. You do what you want to do. It's your body. If you want to, sniff some coke, do you? As long as you do it responsibly.
Yeah, that's the thing. What I find with people, like, the more you tell them, "Don't do it. This is bad for you. Don't."
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna wanna do it. They're gonna wanna experiment.
Exactly.
They end up doing it, and there's consequences.
Not for nothing. I know a lot of people that do hard shit, and you would never know that they were on it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Not a lot, but I know some.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't know. And if it, like, oh yeah, he does coke. Oh nah, he does H, that other shit. You know what I mean? And what? Because you think of people that that they do dope, and the dope fiends, like oh yeah, that's what everybody pictures. Because not for nothing, like I say, half of the population that do it, they take it too far, and they end up like that.
That's horrible.
You know, because yeah, it is. You know, opiates and shit. It's a strong shit. You know, and that's for another day. But the risk taking coming out of this pandemic is gonna be strong. You know what I mean?
And people with unsettled beef, you know how
exactly.
people who hold grudges, who can't let that shit go.
Yeah, and especially because one of the parties is always gonna remember and is gonna say, okay, enough time has gone by where I can murk this guy.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's gonna be out.
Everybody's gonna be out. This summer is gonna be crazy already. That day, like I said, there was 20 shootings. I think it was. I don't know what day it was. It was a Tuesday or Wednesday, but I think it was Wednesday that I saw it on my phone. That bloody night or some shit like that. But it was. I know it was this week.
Yeah, it's as soon as the weather starts getting better, getting warmer.
Yeah, like. So this is the week of the 25th.
Yo,
April 25th.
There's been like we were just talking about this in my job today. There was a couple where a girl ran up on her ex-girl and just shot her right in the head, in the back.
Crazy.
There was another one. A guy ran up in his ex's apartment or room, whatever, that she was renting from a lady, stabbed her and the lady.
And let me tell you something. Also, all those protests during the summer, like I said, it opened eyes to people that if the shit does hit the fan, and plus the pandemic too, if the shit hits the fan, I don't got a defense. And as soon as I give you a gun, that's it. You have a weapon.
Yeah.
It doesn't take.
So many people don't know how to use it.
It's like, you know, some people could be a weapon. You know what I mean? Like you could learn how to fight. You could learn how to disarm people. You could learn how to, you know, buzz faces and all that. But I gotta teach you. So, you know what I mean? Or somebody needs to teach me or whatever, whoever it is. But that takes time. It even takes years to get proficient. But if I give you a gun, that's it. You know, and, you know, point, shoot. That's it. This is what you gotta do. Rack the slide. If it has a safety, put the safety up. Point, shoot. That's it. And that's what people, you know, that's what there's a gun shortage.
Yo, that's
if people don't know, there is a gun shortage.
I feel like everyone has a gun.
In New York, especially now that, you know, there's no frisking anymore. That been done. Now cops don't give a shit.
Yeah, because straight of all the shit that's been going on.
Straight up, cops don't give a shit. So coming out of this, if you're gonna try to rely on you know, trying to be tough and then call the cops, think about that twice, because cops are not giving a shit. Response times are down.
Yeah. And
then when they get there, they're not gonna give a fuck.
I'll be like, oh, this happened. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just go through whatever they gotta go through and just okay.
Because cops been through a lot of shit lately, and they don't want to put they don't want to put their lives in jeopardy. They don't want to work.
So has people though, but of course, there's always the bad apples and all that.
Yeah, like, but the thing is that now cops is like, okay, yeah, I want to fuck around, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what it is?
Want to defund us? Go ahead.
Cops have gotten such a horrible rep because of the bad apples. So the good ones are just like, well, I'm getting blamed for what these people are doing anyway, so I might as well just play it safe and just
get to their 20 if they want the old contract, new contract, 22, 25, you know, and that's it, retire. People they just want to get to that finish line, retire, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is sad. What, you know, basically, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, cops need a lot. Defunding the police is going to have the opposite effect that we want. We want cops to be responsible, to know what they're doing, right? Why would we take away training money to
Well, the thing with that is people are saying that they're not getting trained at all.
well, let's put, because they don't have enough money to go into training. It's not like, let's be real, it's not like they're getting Navy SEALs.
No, yeah.
They're not getting any special operators. It's not like they're getting, MARSOC Marines, Army Rangers, Special Forces. They're not getting no ODA guys. Is, regular grunts. Regular grunts. You know what I mean? Like, if they do get from military, and that's better because at least they have discipline,
Yeah.
Especially dudes that have been in the sandbox. But, aka Afghanistan or Iraq or whatever. And then you have the college kid that never been nowhere, that grew up, Silver Spoon, and next thing you know, does an academy, has a gun on his hip.
Thinking this shit is a video game.
Thinking this shit is a fucking video game. Next thing you know, the shit is the fan, grabs a taser, grabs their gun thinking that is a taser. I don't know if you heard this one. A lady cop grabbed her gun, which is on the other side, on purpose. And it feels very different. And she grabbed her gun. She was gonna tase him. In her head, she was grabbing the taser.
Where was this?
I don't know where it happened, in one of those states or some bullshit. She grabbed her service weapon, a Glock, most likely, and shot the kid thinking that it was a taser. And you could hear that she was like, oh shit, I shot him. Like,
that's crazy.
How panicked are you?
Yeah, you're not thinking straight.
And you know what I mean? And you can't, in a way, you can't blame this person because they haven't had training. When you go into panic mode, you go to your highest level of training. And if your highest level of training has been this, that's the highest you're gonna go.
Yeah. Because
everything, when the shit hits the fan, you go into muscle memory mode. You know what I mean? That's why these Navy SEALs that, especially these dev group guys that, kill Bin Laden and all that, is, in night vision, looking through paper toilet tubes, basically. Go into a thing, pop, 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 pop. They hit every single target, headshot, headshot, headshot. Because they run those, every Navy SEAL worth of training is worth more than $1 million. You know that, right? A lot more, multi-million-dollar. Every Navy SEAL is worth millions of dollars. And look at the successes that they have. Look at the Captain Phillips. How you shoot 3 pirates from a moving boat from another moving boat at the same damn time through portholes. Now you tell me, if guys like that were patrolling the streets, you won't have people getting shot.
No.
Only the people that need to get shot. And they probably wouldn't even be fatal shots.
Yeah.
Because they know what to hit. Shoulder shots that will take people down and shit like that.
Yeah. So people are going to see a lot of changes, and it's not going to hit them until something happens.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't come out here thinking that is going to be the same, because it's not. In a lot of different ways, like you said, there's going to be a lot of people on edge, the public itself in general. When you go to establishments, listen to what they say, because things are going to be different.
Yeah, but everyone has this tunnel vision, like, oh yeah, we're going back to normal, we're going back to the way it was.
That's why it should.
There's only pre-COVID and post-COVID.
They should rephrase, we're gonna open the city back up. Like, what does that mean? The city hasn't been closed. Like,
well, it has been.
But like, what did you close? Like, what switch?
You shut it down. You know what they mean.
Well, not now. I could go anywhere I want, really.
Well, I mean, like 100% capacity and shit like that. But even though places they're not even following that shit.
That's
anymore.
what I'm saying. Like,
unless
what switch are you gonna flip?
I guess it's just what they're talking about.
Like,
the term.
But that's what I'm saying. If you use those type of terms, you know, people take shit to the head.
Oh, that's another thing. People take shit so literally now.
You know, like people take shit to the head. So yeah, you were saying people take shit so literally. You have an example?
No, that was the example. Like, okay. I'm just saying, people take shit so literally.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I just want to close it out that it's gonna be
that we shouldn't be expecting life to go back to how it was.
Exactly.
It's not like we have a rewind button or like we were on pause or we were like, even though that's what they were saying, oh, New York City on pause. No, we weren't on pause. Exactly. We had to adapt. We had to live life in a different light. We had to, and the same way now that we're moving on.
Exactly. It's more like we're moving on.
We're rebuilding because there's been so many people who's lost so much things. As a city, we've lost many things.
Yeah, straight up. I'm not doing the same job.
No.
I'm not working right now.
There's people who found themselves. There's people who's lost themselves. There's people who went through so much heartache, lost so much family members. It's like...
Yeah, it's crazy.
Life has totally changed.
So, yeah, like, you know, coming back, we wanted to just come back with that, you know, that. And like I said, this is a perfect opportunity to try to start your own thing. Whatever it is, whatever you've been dreaming about, just do it. Or like, whatever that thing that you're scared of, do it.
Well, the time that you had, you should have been.
But right now, though, it's still a good time because people are gonna be out there.
But if this hasn't taught you anything, it should have taught you that you just gotta keep on moving forward.
You have to,
because life goes on, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
You know, there's a saying in Spanish. I'm gonna translate into English. Don't give time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little bit better. No del tiempo al tiempo.
Yeah.
You know, but don't give time. You know what I mean? Because time, it ticks.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you'd be like, oh, you know, you put that off for now. Next thing you know, it's already next year. Look, I feel like we just closed down, and it's been a year and change.
Yeah.
And
like at the time, it felt like the days were so long and this, but in actuality, time went by fast.
Because don't give time.
Like, what the hell? Like, this year was going to be a major year for us. Like, my grandfather turned 90. We turned 30.
Yeah, it was supposed to be...
We were going to do it up big for our birthdays, for his birthday. We were going to go fly away.
We were gonna good.
So much stuff.
You know, like, my business was blowing up.
Yeah.
Until, you know, boom. Now the remote thing just killed the car business, the executive business.
Yeah. So just...
Now we're definitely happy to be back.
Yep.
Finally.
Just stay positive. Do your thing.
We're going to bring back that positivity because, you know, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, like, it feels good to be behind the microphone, you know, in front of the cameras, you know. Feels good, you know, just throwing, you know, a little bit of some golden nuggets out there. Yeah. You know?
And there's a lot more to come.
Oh, yeah. A lot more to come. Guys. It's going to be crazy. This year's going to be crazy.
Yes, definitely. So just make sure to continue tuning in, put your notifications on. Share, like, comment. You know, you already know the deal.
And look forward to, you know, us on other social media platforms. You know, we're gonna expand.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You know, So you already know. Go to iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever it is,
Apple,
and listen
whatever,
to it.
whatever you prefer.
Or YouTube. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, do your thing. If you have something in your mind, do it. Don't give time. But that'll be another one. All right, guys. Until next time. All right, peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.